Welcome to our live edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline in the BP TV studios. Thanks for watching us. We appreciate all of you. Got a lot of sports here. Chip's not going to make it tonight. Chip Hayner will not be here. Smoking Jim Frazier's in the house with plenty of sports to talk about. Thanks to Marianne from Azazu for the nice haircut I got. Went down there today. She fit me in. Got it all styled up, ready for TV. That's Azazu on 5th Avenue. Thanks again, Marianne. Thanks for watching us on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. Thanks for watching on Verizon 32 in Bethel Park and all the way from Nemacolin to Cranberry, Wexford. We appreciate it. Facebook, thanks for all the likes and watching our shows. 6,770 likes. So we appreciate that. And we got a lot of sports to talk to you. Good thing the Steelers won and played a half of football. I appreciate that. We'll talk about that. How about those Buccos winning games? Unbelievable. But we do have sports, and I got some promos for you. First promo up is the Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation. I end each show with Stay Joey Strong in honor of Joey, who died 8 years old just before his 9th birthday. Terrible. There's Joey before DIPG and after DIPG. They've donated over $100,000 to doctors in California to find a cure for DIPG. So check that out. Another 501c3 is the Bethel Park Historical Society. Devin, if you can get a little adjustment on that. Need a little tweak. We got Devin Shay here. Perfect. He's been doing this for, I can't even remember, half his life he's been here as a volunteer. So that's the Bethel Park Historical Society Schoolhouse Arts and History Center. Right up there at the corner of South Park, and you can see that red trolley there. An old school trolleys up there, and they put over 5,000 windows in the place, so it looks great. They do different business and promotion things, so check it out. They always have something going on there. Of course, our sponsor for tonight's show is Olive Oil's Pizzeria, 412-831-1900. Thanks to Frank Finero and Olive Oil's Pizzeria. They sponsor this show with a nice pizza and a hoagie, and we appreciate it both. Thank you very much. Another 501c3 is the bpcf.org, Bethel Park Community Foundation. They have money for you from $100 to $5,000. Get an application, apply for it for your group in Bethel Park to get money to help them fund whatever they're doing and the good things you may practice in the community. So check that out, bpcf.org. Next, Dave Cable likes to have a little fun at my expense. Just happened to have a little flyer that he put together. If you see that, there's my face there. Tell them Uncle Al sent you. Al Levine, the talking machine, producer and host of Pittsburgh Sportsline. I want you for BPTV. You could be like Zach. You can be like Devin Shay, running cameras, sound, making sure we look good on this TV show. It's the only live TV show in Bethel Park. So thanks for watching us again. Call 412-831-3304 and talk to Dave Cable. Say you want to be a volunteer on BPTV. Well, we also have another sponsor, Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. Anything that runs on gas, he can work on. Trucks, cars, weed whackers, boats, trailers, you name it. They have a forge there. They even make knives, and they make all kinds of things to hang your clothes on. You can call them 724-348-4715. They're right past Mineral Beach and Trax Farm. Check them out on Route 88. You can't miss them. And they have a little buffet every Monday. Donuts from Bethel Bakery and other assorted different delicacies that Smoking Jim might like. So you just never know. Check it out. We're going to start the show with What's on Your Mind, Smoking Jim Frazier. What is on your mind, Smoking Jim Frazier?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
There it is, a new one.
you got to see Levine, my old high school quarterback option days down the line.
You never told me you were a quarterback. What year was that?
Although I miss my farm league, little league, and pony league pitching days. Used to pitch to contact.
I got to see a picture of that because I don't believe any of that. There's
Only hit
no
one
way.
pitch to fastball.
There's
bro.
no way. I'd like to see your windup. I know I could still throw a couple, but I put up my baseball picture and my football picture to show people. This guy may be exaggerating. I'm going to have to show the first team I was on. Guess what the name of the team was?
The Blackhawks.
No, I grew up in Green Tree. This is
The
Bethel
Whitehawks.
Park. No. The Pirates.
Really?
I had a black T-shirt, black hat with pirate on it. I'll have
Wow.
to show one of those pictures. I got to dig deep in my files,
Wow.
see if I can find one of me back then when I was 9 years old.
Wow, man.
I'll have to do my best.
My first team I played on was the Homestead Braves.
Smoking Jim's so full of it, we can't even get to the truth. He's not even close. He's throwing sidearm. He's unbelievable.
But what's all about mine is Pittsburgh Sportsline High School Player of the Week. We haven't done that for a while, but
How did you miss it?
yeah, I kind of missed it this year. Now that there's no Saturday newspapers to remind me of what the kids do on Friday, but
It's unbelievable. You got to go online to find that now.
I got to go online. And High School Player of the Week has to be a quarterback that's been on our show. He was on our show down at Actria's PNC Park. 331 yards passing, rushed for another 100 yards, and about 4 or 5 touchdown passes. Hollis from Penn Hills, doing a great job. Already signed going to play his college football at Howard University, and can do it all, can run. Honorable mention has to be his teammate also on the show, Tank Smith.
I saw him play football a couple weeks ago.
He's unbelievable, and
Yeah.
he puts you in the mind of Barry Foster. Runs through tackles. He had 180 yards and about 2 or 3 touchdowns. So
I thought you were going to say Barry Sanders, who just turned 50 years old.
Barry's 50 now.
He's 50.
Wow. He
Who
probably could
knows how
still
old
play.
Smoking Jim Frazier is now?
Barry probably could still play, but also I have to say the best team I've seen play all year, although they went down in defeat, but they're going to be very tough to beat. They stepped up in bigger classes. Bethel Park is loaded this year. Central got them 7-6, but Central 6A, Bethel's 5A now. And I want to say congratulations again to Ringgold. Gateway scored 42 points on them in the first quarter.
You were supposed to be at that game.
Yeah,
With Skeets.
I was going to go with Skeets. And
What happened?
I got to get some information on Skeets, but I've never heard of a team in high school scoring 42 points in the first quarter. That got to be some kind of record. Gateway took the brakes off, only beat them 62-0. Through 5 games, Ringgold has yet to score a point this year. So it looks like probably in a championship game this year, it'll probably be Gateway versus Bethel Park for the 5A title. But, hey, I got to talk briefly about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Very proud of them, although I had Tampa Bay in 2.5, so I lost. But, you know, when you don't have the talent on defense, you have to scheme. And the Pittsburgh Steelers did a great job of scheming last night. Very exciting to watch defensively. But like I said back on draft day, Artie Burns was a real reach because he was raw. Only played 65% of the snaps. And at University of Miami came out early, but he had world-class speed. He was All-American hurdler. But 2 things that I've seen from Artie Burns that really stands out. Number one, Well, three things. One, I get tired of hearing about him watching Antonio Brown in practice. That would be like me watching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That you ain't helping yourself. I can't stop that sky hook, man.
Yeah.
Number two, you got a guy last year like a Terrell Pryor, 2 years ago or last year. Terrell Pryor's outstanding athlete, 6'5", very fast, but he can't run routes good. And he went on you could see he was going on a streak, a deep bomb, and he spun Artie Burns around like a top right then and there, told me. And then last night was another thing. Artie Burns got world-class speed. Evans is running down the sideline looking back this way at the quarterback. The sideline's over here. Artie Burns is running, then he looks this way. I've never seen that. He lost 2 steps by doing that. Time he caught up to Evans, Evans caught the ball on the 4-yard line. But we'll talk more about the Steelers. But I just wanted to do my top 10. Since Chipper's not here, I took a little extra time. How about my top 10 Pittsburgh Steelers defensive linemen of all time? Devin Shay and Zach, you're going to be interested in this. I got some honorable mentions that didn't quite make the top 5, just out of the top 10. Gary Dunn, Steve Furness, John Banaszak, 3 white. Jules Steed, Keith Willis, and Big John Baker, 3 blacks. Right outside of the top 10. But top 10, 10C. The Beard got to be in there, Brett Key. So how about 10B? Joe Krupa, back in the 30s, was tough. How about number 10? He got to be a top 10. Cam Hayward. Number 9, B, Donald Evans. 9, Ray Seals. How about number 8, Casey Hampton? Got to be up there, all pro. How about number 7, one of my all-time favorites? I watched him in college get 50-some sacks. Set an NCAA record, was Aaron Smith. How about number 6, the Mad Dog, the white Mad Dog White? He got to be in the top 10. How about number 5, Senor Sack, Gabriel Rivera? Number 5.
How many years did he play?
It's the impact that he made.
How many did he play?
Didn't you think he was good when you seen him play? He was going to be a great one. He was the 5th best I ever seen. How about number 4, Hollywood Bags? L.C. Greenwood. Number 3, Arrowhead, Ernie Holmes. Number 2, Ernie Stotner. The only 2 retired numbers in Pittsburgh Steelers history. Both of them defensive linemen. Ernie Stotler's 1, and 1B is number 2. That's Meet Joe Green, and the greatest Steeler defensive lineman of all time. Say it together, Al Levine, the talking machine. Big Daddy Lipscomb. Never in my life have I ever heard that Joe Green was better than Big Daddy Lipscomb. I've never heard nobody say that. Have you?
Yeah.
You heard somebody say Joe Green was better than Big Daddy Lipscomb.
Yeah.
Those words.
Yeah.
I've never heard it.
You don't have those conversations. That's
why. My top 10.
Smoking Jim, you're one of a kind.
Retire Big Daddy's number.
Talk to your friend Art Rooney Jr.
I need some banquet money from him. I need them to sponsor this City League Hall of Fame.
You better talk to them and answer your text messages and phone calls there. We got people calling you. Come on, man. All right, thanks. Smoking Jim Frazier. What's on my mind has been talked about on our show. I'm not a huge golfing fan, but my dad liked one golfer. Didn't watch a lot of golf, but he watched Tiger Woods. And on our show, I had said Tiger would win a championship again, a major. And another guy, Chip, said he never would. Smoking Jim just laughed. So happened to watch this golf on Saturday a little bit. And on Sunday, Tiger Woods won the FedEx Championship.
Wow.
So he's been stuck at 79 wins. Now he got 80. So how about that? he come back from his back surgery and all kind of other things, and he was putting on fire. He had a great putter, great driver, just had a great golf game. So, and he won it. How about that, Smoking Jim Frazier? Tiger Woods is back. It took him 5 years. That's the last time he won one, 5 years ago, but he just won one now, this past Sunday.
Wow.
Congrats to the Tiger, and we'll be back with some fiction and fact from Smokin' Jim's Almanac.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine, and my man Devin Shay, and Gateway Zach's in the house. What a talented guy, man. I tell you what.
He's not going to Gateway.
But I tell you what,
he's not
man,
going to Gateway.
There's a belt in Gateway that you can get for
$3.
Kumite and Jiu-Jitsu and stuff. So I want him, if he move out to Gateway, we can get him a few more black belts to go with all the other ones he got.
He's staying here.
He's the closest thing to Bruce Lee I've seen in a long time.
You don't look that much.
But I tell you what, we were just talking about the Pirates coming up short on my zoo tickets.
Yeah.
And I want them to make good on that. They got about 100.
Why would they even listen to you? They gave you 1,200 tickets,
1,200
and you won't say why they gave them to
and
you.
I will not accept none next year if they don't make good on
Why
the
did they
zoo
even
ticket.
give you tickets? This is the great debate.
But now, did Tiger Woods win a Masters?
No, a major tournament.
A major?
Yeah, FedEx.
But not one
I
of
just
the,
talked about that.
But what's the ones he got? He's trying to win to catch the bear. He got 14 Masters. Not
Yeah.
Masters, but
Major tournament.
majors. The
Yeah.
FedEx was a major?
Yeah,
So he has, what, 15?
yeah.
Wow.
It was all over the news.
It's one of the big four majors, huh?
Or whatever they call it.
Oh, one that, okay.
There's
it
a
was
bunch
big
of
tournament.
majors.
A bunch of majors, okay.
Yeah, but he did win it.
80, wow.
You were even talking poorly about
I
him.
think Snead, yeah, I was. I think Snead has the most with 82. Tiger only got 2 more to catch
I don't
that.
know about that.
But anyhow, what's on my mind is
No, fiction and fact.
fiction and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac. Got to talk about one of the most underrated players in City League or WPIL history. I watched this kid play in high school. He was phenomenal. 6'5", 185 pounds, 4-year starter on the Carrick Raiders basketball team. Could do it all, was all-state basketball player, over 1,000 points. He was a hot shot. He was a all-state football player, led Southwestern Pennsylvania in receptions, could catch anything in his area code. Great pitcher on the baseball team. His name is Scott Schultz. He went on, was an academic qualifier as well. Went and played 4-year starter at the University of Pittsburgh. Pitcher, 6'5", could really throw the heat. Did a great job. Ended up getting his degree in finance. But not many people remember the name Scott Schultz from
What
the
year did he
Carrick
graduate?
Raiders. About 20 years ago. And on November 3rd.
In the 90s.
Uh-huh.
In the 90s. Never heard of him.
And on
Never heard of him.
On November 3rd, 2018, along with Coach Carmack, Scott Schultz will be inducted into the City League Hall of Fame. He's already in the Carrick High School Athletic Hall of Fame.
They beat you to it.
He'll be in the City League Hall of Fame. And if you want to find out about him, ask the trainer Donnelly. He knows all about Scott Schultz and his brothers and some tough guys in that Carrick area. I can't understand why they don't win more. I think some of their better players get stolen by other schools, but
You just answered
great
your own
athlete.
question.
Great athlete. And look for his brother to get inducted next year. And maybe his other brother to get inducted the year after that. Schultz. And that's what's on my mind. They're beating Curtis Martin into the Hall of Fame.
It's not surprising, Smoking Jim. You're a prejudiced and stubborn man. One of the most stubborn guys that I know. So it doesn't surprise me one bit. Thank you, Smoking Jim Frazier. Thanks for not changing that dial. On location, October 8th, we'll be at Olive Oil's Pizzeria and more at 930 Brookline Boulevard. We'll be there 7:30 to 8:30. Got a great list of guests coming there. Mike Draculich of Pittsburgh Sports Nation and his wife will be there. The winner of the Joey Fabus 5K, Lauren Woodring, will be there. Another winner with the men's division, Ray is his name. He'll be at our show, and a couple others. Sarah Kropko, the referee of boxing, one of the few lady boxing referees in the area, and even judge. She'll be on our show. So we've got a couple other guests to look at. Should have a fun time at Olive Oil's Pizzeria. Great food. Great location. There's always parking after 6 o'clock, so come out and join our show. That's Olive Oil's Pizzeria and more, 930 Brookline Boulevard. Come on out. Skip Atkins comes out there, enjoys it. Many other people do too. So even Frank Fabus likes to take some pictures for us. He was there for the last show, put out some great pics. So we had some fun. We'll see you again there on location in Brookline. Welcome back. Chief, I hope you're enjoying your dessert. Thanks for watching us. Got a little Steelers talk. Oh, it was so disappointing. Steelers were 0-1-1. People thought even Smoking Jim Frazier bet against them. He thought Fitzmagic would be on fire. He was wrong. Steelers ended up 30 points in the first half. Looked pretty good. Few interceptions. Fitzmagic come off the tracks a little bit, and the Steelers put in a good first half. It was enough to win the game, and that's what counts. So they're now 1-1-1. How can you beat that, Smoking Jim?
That's
1-1-1.
That's about as mediocre as you can get, ain't it?
Well, there's 3 games. They could have been 0-2-1. Then what would they be?
Yeah, that's true.
They'd be terrible. Did you see any of the game?
Yeah, I watched it all, and then I went back and rewatched it, and just to see if what I've seen, And congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the first half. They scored 0 points in the second half.
Well, that goes without saying. 30 points was the winner. That 30 points they had. Big Ben had like 270-some yards in the first half, ended up with 352. So he didn't get many yards in that second half.
Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson, who's from the Hill District before he moved away in elementary school, he brought back a punt. There was no infractions at all, and the referees called that back. Pittsburgh Steelers got a lot of breaks in this particular game. Still only won by 3 points, but I'm predicting them to beat the Baltimore Ravens to get back on the roll. But,
really?
Yeah, but I really thought I was very impressed with the scheme of the defense. They didn't let Fitzpatrick get set back there. That's what you got to do. You got to send more guys, and you can
did you
block.
notice what T.J. Watt was doing?
No, I didn't notice that at all.
You missed it because he didn't have that great of a game, but he was rushing on every play.
Wow.
They had him rush. I purposely was watching it.
Tough dude.
And he rushed every play. A lot of times he got blocked. A lot of times he went around, got knocked down, but he rushed every play.
I like that. Looked like they dropped Dupree back every once in a while. And his football IQ is very low. He don't have a very good instinct for the game. But I tell you what, when he got that interception and got that stiff arm going, he knows how to.
He knew how to play some football then.
How about McDonald's? Wow. Did McDonald's 75-yard touchdown catch and run where he stiff-armed the guy twice to the ground. And I thought I finally seen a white cornerback, but Conti's a safety for Tampa Bay. What was he doing over there on the corner? He must have been holding auditions.
He was trying to tackle a guy that weighed 3 times as much as him and stiff-armed the heck out of him. What a play.
That was so disrespectful. But
what do you mean? That's a football play.
Yeah,
you would have done the same thing.
Yeah, but I felt bad for Conti.
Oh, man, now you're getting soft in your old age.
I felt bad for him, man.
Wow.
That's all they've been doing is showing it on the internet.
Well, how could you not? Why wouldn't you? That was a great play.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And
all of a sudden they could call some plays and connect some passes.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
And I didn't know that you could get fired and still get into the Ring of Honor, but Tony Dungy's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, after 6 years. He only coached there 6 years. Did a good job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hired
6
Mike
years.
Tomlin there.
Yeah, hired Mike Tomlin.
Got him started.
Got him started, and and Mike Tomlin really knows when the camera's on him, doesn't he?
What do you mean?
Boy, he plays up for the camera, though.
I never noticed that.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, when that
The standard is the standard.
Yeah, that's it. When that camera's on him, he really knows. But I tell you what, the Pittsburgh Steelers can't make the 13 penalties. Can't win many football games.
I
making
have
that
one
kind of
question for you.
Mhm.
Are they the most undisciplined team that you've seen?
Since the Raiders of the 70s.
Because they're leading the league in penalties.
Yeah. I don't even think anybody's close. They're on pace probably to break every record.
Well, they have 37 penalties. The closest team has 28.
Wow.
So we're only 9 ahead of them.
Wow.
But we got 37 penalties in 3 games.
We'll stretch that lead out.
You think?
Oh, yeah, we'll.
Well, what do you think? I thought they always, like Belichick, they don't get that many penalties. Most teams are disciplined. How can we win championships being undisciplined?
Well, you can't with the special teams we have and the defense we have, and now you got Steve Blast as your kicker.
Who?
Who was it? Was that the Pirate pitcher that couldn't throw a strike after a while?
Yeah.
Steve Blast.
Yeah.
And the kicker is he's
Barry.
His confidence is shaking, man. No, I'm talking about the field goal kicker.
Oh, Boswell. No, he got all the money. The money's distracting him.
$5 million. It sure
It's
did.
distracting him.
And the Steelers can't get rid of him because he's so much tied into their salary cap right now with the bonus and that first year's salary. So they're stuck with him. Hopefully he can get it together.
I don't know. I think it bothered him.
Yeah, he's missing extra points and
All
everything.
that money.
Yeah.
Missing field goals.
Yeah.
Who would even think? The Wizard of Boz.
But who would pay a kicker $5 million?
You told me the Steelers are cheap.
Well, I wouldn't pay no kicker $5 million.
You told me the Steelers are cheap. Why are they doing it?
Yeah, I'm shocked. And it's backfiring on them.
That happens.
Kickers are a dime a dozen.
What happened?
I don't know. They got Boswell off the unemployment line, Reed off the unemployment line. The other kicker that got hurt in the preseason game before Boswell off the unemployment line. And now you want to pay him $5 million, now he can't kick.
Well, he was the best kicker in the game in the last couple years.
Yeah, and he
earned it.
Wasn't no Gary Anderson.
He earned it.
Wasn't no Gary Anderson.
Yeah, but he earned
and the
it.
Steelers didn't pay him.
Yeah, but he
That's the
earned
guy
it.
they
The
should have
last,
paid.
the last couple years, he earned it.
Yeah, but
His reputation, he didn't miss anything.
he earned the right for free agency.
Look at last year. Would we win 5 games by 3 points or less?
And this year, we're getting tied by Cleveland because he can't make the
Well,
kick.
we should have lost the game. Cleveland's kicker missed that.
And the Cleveland got rid of him.
Yeah,
Something we can't do.
I know.
If we pay
So
him
that's
too
all
much.
you get out of the Steelers. We got to get rid of the kicker. What about the players, buddy?
Well, defensively, they're struggling. Although Bostic played a good game. He's from Florida. These guys was fired up. They were flying around the field, making plays. But when it all settles down, they still gave up 400 yards passing. They still gave up a lot of penalties. Tampa Bay was one-dimensional. They don't have a running game. They're the worst running team in the NFL. So the Pittsburgh Steelers got to refocus. Even Big Ben, I think, threw his helmet. So they got to refocus, settle down.
Why did he
and get
throw
ready
his
for
helmet?
Baltimore. Somebody says he was upset with Antonio Brown. They wasn't on the same page on one of the
Just
plays.
one play.
So it don't take those guys long to unravel.
Really?
So
Wow, that's
Yeah.
shocking.
yeah,
But we're going to beat Baltimore.
I got money on the Steelers.
Do you?
Beating Baltimore Sunday night, so they don't want to lose to Baltimore and have one win and have Baltimore have 3 wins. If they lose to Baltimore, Baltimore would have 3 wins to their 1 win with a win over the Pittsburgh Steelers, so they dig themselves a hole. But I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers get up for Baltimore. It's going to be a physical game. But Big Ben,
It's a Sunday night game.
it's a Sunday night game, prime time. But Big Ben is still the Houdini. Boy, he gets out of some stuff. I thought he was sacked 4 or 5 times, and he comes out of that
Yeah.
real nice.
That he did.
Yeah.
And he lost weight this year.
Maybe James Conner can go see Marianne.
For what?
Because his haircut.
That's a nice haircut. It reminds me of you a little bit.
Marianne can take
It reminds me of you a little bit.
Marianne can take care of me for sure, bro.
I don't know. He had longer hair in the days. He left that long in the back.
Yeah.
That's he's styling it. You know who his barber is?
No.
Antonio Brown's barber. That's what they said.
Really?
Whoever cuts Antonio Brown's hair cuts his hair.
Must be only one black barber shop in Pittsburgh.
Well, you know a couple. Come on.
Well, a lot of them guys come into the locker room and cut the guy's hair.
Really?
Yeah. So maybe he comes in the locker room, and I don't think he wants to claim that hairstyle.
No.
I mean, what kind of?
I'm just saying. I heard that.
I don't care what kind of money they're getting. I'm not cutting that. If I
Why?
want somebody else, go somewhere else and get somebody.
It's just long in the back.
Go to
Short on the sides and top, long on the
South
back.
Hills Beauty School. Somebody will cut it like
Wow, that's not right, Smoking
that for you.
Jim.
Don't you think?
I don't know.
I'm not going to be a barber, put my reputation on the line and cut nothing like that.
Well, what's Antonio got? Cuts out in the side of his head and stuff like that. Did
Well,
you see his haircut?
Well, his hair is a little nappy, so it's a lot more work to it. It's a lot more work there.
You think?
Yeah, Carter, man.
Not only Smoking Jim, an expert NFL scout, Steelers scout, he's a hair scout. Who would think you're going to hear about whether the hair's too nappy and curly? Gotcha, Smoking
That's why I'm
Jim.
shocked that he's got the same barber. He must be talented. He go from one style to the other.
Definitely.
Go from Brillo pad on.
Go to Zazu and see Marianne. She'll straighten you right
Can
out.
she handle the Brillo pad?
She can handle it. No problem. She's been cutting forever. Definitely. Bring even your hair in. She'll cut you, buddy. She'll get you trimmed up and evened up there. We'll get you fixed up right now at the Zazu. Unbelievable, Smoking Jim. Well, what else about the Steelers? Anything else? The running game didn't look too strong.
In the fourth quarter, Connors came on and picked up a couple first downs that helped them, but other than that, the offensive line's not really opening up many holes, you know.
Well, they had 2 guys injured.
Well, those 2 guys aren't really run blockers anyway.
You're not a fan of Gilbert. Come on.
Or the Castro.
The
as far as
Castro
running.
blocks on the run.
Yeah,
He's
a good
knocked
puller.
guys' knees out before.
Yeah,
So come
he's a
on.
finesse guy, you know.
You think?
He's a little overrated, but hey.
He's a
he
big
does.
guy. He's not
Yeah,
overrated.
he can move. He can pull and trap. Leads the sweep, yeah.
Yeah, well, those are good things.
Yeah, so that I guess they needed a little bit more run help, so they got Jesse James out of there. You know he can't block.
I know. I thought he disappeared in the first half. Then he caught a ball. All of a sudden, he made a catch. I wondered where he was. Who knows?
If McDonald can consistently catch the football, that's
Well,
the
he had
thing.
problems with that.
He's
When he
always-
first come here, I warned you about that.
Yeah,
He has
yeah.
problems catching the ball. You ignored that.
I told you how fast and athletic he was.
Yeah, but he had to be healthy to do it.
Yeah.
So
Too bad you can't give him a handoff 20 yards down the field. You got to throw it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's why he's a tight end.
But the Big Ben got to get used to throwing to James Washington. James Washington.
He made some nice catches.
Yeah. But
All hands.
Big Ben can't find him right now, so Big Ben got to work at that. Washington's always open.
Is he?
7-11.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Always open.
Get on. Just like 7-Eleven.
And I'm tired of JuJu already.
You know what? You gave up on JuJu, and I was impressed by JuJu.
JuJu can play now.
He never couldn't.
No.
You're the one that said he'd be done this year. He was out there doing too much partying and everything else, and he looks like he's ready to play.
I'm tired.
Over 100 yards again.
Did he have that again?
Come on. What were you watching?
I can't stomach JuJu. But
Why? Is he competing with how you're an entertainer? Because you're always entertaining the folks by saying the wildest things you can. That reminds me of JuJu. You just don't ride a bike.
I just like a guy to just be dedicated to it. Just dedicated to the game, you know?
Put it like this, he shows up on the field and catches everything.
Yeah, but...
Over 100 yards again.
It's off the field.
Who cares? When do you care about that?
Yeah, I care. I won championships, and you don't win championships with a JuJu.
Well, your boy Tomlin promotes them to be themselves.
Yeah, he does.
So
He's
they
a player's
are.
coach.
This is why we have this.
He's a player's coach for sure.
Yeah, well, that's no problem. You and Terry Bradshaw talk bad about Tomlin all the time.
I just speak the truth. I mean, I'm friends with Coach Tomlin.
That doesn't hold you back.
I mean, I just don't know what he does on a game-by-game basis. And Bradshaw has been saying the same thing for years. I've been saying it for years, and Bradshaw's finally catching on. Bill Kyer turned over coaching staff and a pretty good team.
8-8 they were. Cowers last year they were 8-8.
But were they the year before that?
Who knows?
Super Bowl champions.
Who knows what they were? They dropped off. He had to quit.
He gave them. Everybody talks about how great Bill Belichick is, but Bill Belichick never won nothing without Brady. You got a Hall of Fame quarterback. Coach Tomlin got a Hall of Fame quarterback in Big Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, but Brady and Belichick have been 18 years together.
18 years.
How'd they lose their second game?
Yeah. So
they might be on a downslide.
No, they'll get it back. I think Edelman comes off of his suspension and
September they're weak.
Yeah, they'll get it together.
They start slow.
Yeah, I mean that division.
Last year they were 2-2, ended up like 13-3 or something.
Well, how about all the money people lost betting on Minnesota?
Yeah,
Buffalo beat them. 17-point underdogs.
How could that happen?
Josh Allen can play, man.
Shocking.
Happy for him, yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah. He put a number 12 on that. I thought it was Jim Kelly.
Get out.
That's what I'd have thought.
Wow, what happened to Cousins up there?
Wow.
What happened?
Turned into a distant cousin, didn't he? Nobody want to claim me.
They just spent all that money on him. What the heck? They're stuck with him. They can't get rid of him.
Only thing he can do is take him to the Super Bowl. Anything short of that, he's going to be a bust because they was in the championship game last year. So they brought him in to take him to the Super Bowl. He didn't look like a Super Bowl quarterback yesterday.
Everybody has a bad game once in a while.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. But against Buffalo,
at
home,
well, snuck up on them.
Yeah, well,
that's all.
Yeah.
They were ready to play. They wanted it more. Who wants it more?
That's true.
Don't they ask that in boxing all the time?
All the time.
Yeah.
Especially Jimmy Saveti.
Yeah.
But the Rams is looking good. Like I predicted, they would go to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, maybe they will.
Rams versus the Raiders. So the Raiders got to get
What'd
back.
the Raiders do?
They lost again. They're 0-3.
How could that be? $100 million on that guy.
Yeah.
On the coach.
He'll get them together.
Wow. I heard Martavius had a few catches.
I know he had at least one.
I thought he had 3 or 4.
Really good. I got to look at the stat line.
Yeah, you got to check it out. That's your prediction there.
That's my Super Bowl
He's
MVP.
carrying that team straight down. He's bringing out the worst in them. My man, I'm glad we had this discussion. Since we're talking about teams, how about the Buccos are still a winning record?
Are they? What they got? I know.
I think they got like 79 wins now.
They went past me. I lost money on them and the Steelers this
I
week.
know. You
Same
folks, if you're going to gamble, just follow Smoking Jim and do the opposite. Like I said, he had 7 mortal locks last year. 5 of them didn't come in. He come back at the end with a couple, but don't start gambling. Forget about gambling. Just enjoy the sport for the fun it is. Don't get in all these fantasy things and gambling and betting on your team. He's the living example of that.
It's fun.
It's fun, but how about the money goes right out the door?
But it comes back.
How's it coming back? You dig enough, big enough hole. Jeez, you can't do that. Yeah, but the Buccos, their pitching staff looks like they're great. Tyon's pitching well. Williams, 14-game winners. I think it's over 20 years since we had 2 14-game winners.
Really?
Yeah. So imagine they got rid of Cole and Kutch, and they're over 500. How can that be?
How's Archer doing?
Doesn't matter.
I'm asking.
Who even cares?
You're the analyst. Tell me. I don't know.
Who cares about it?
I ain't getting
Who
a chance
cares?
to look at Archer.
Meadows is he's still in the minor leagues.
Is Polanco back?
No, he's off 6-7 months. He got injured. I was at the game.
You were at the game when he got hurt?
Yeah, he
Was
made
it
the
a bad
worst slide. It was one of the worst slides. He looked like the Karate Kid. He flung up into the air and hit the ground, tore up his shoulder and leg and everything.
Shoulder too.
It was terrible. He had to get surgery to get readjusted.
They say baseball's a physical game.
I don't know about that, buddy. Get your kid to play baseball. It's usually a non-contact sport. Especially since you got that singles hitter that'll never be in the Hall of Fame, used to hit people.
Over 3,000 singles, man.
Who even cares? Over 4,000 hits. And he still will not get into the Hall of Fame because of guys like you.
You wouldn't vote for him?
No way.
But you think he deserves it?
No.
I mean, as far as a player.
No. Not at all.
If he didn't gamble.
He gambled. He broke the biggest rule in the rule book. There's only one rule. It's like big. You don't bet in baseball. They had problems in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s with gambling.
Well, it never hurt boxing.
Baseball's different than boxing.
How? It's a game.
Anytime you can have one guy like Don King own both fighters, it doesn't affect the betting. How could it not? He controls both of them.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
He controlled them both. Unbelievable, Smoking Jim.
But had he never bet on baseball,
that's a big if.
Would you have put him in?
I would have.
Was you a fan?
I was a fan of his
Yeah,
for a
me
while
too.
until
Me
I
too.
found out about his abusing women and different things and going out with young girls and sort of stuff like that. I started to not like the guy.
Did it break your heart when you heard about Bill Cosby going to jail?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
I'm still shocked by that.
What, he getting 10 years? Something like that?
I don't even know. I couldn't follow it anymore. It was ridiculous.
Mhm.
How could he do that?
You think he did it?
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. He's a bad man.
Well, he probably got old timers now, and he probably don't remember.
It doesn't matter. He
Still
got
gotta
caught.
do the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can make up every excuse in the book. Bad people are bad people, Smoking Jim. You're a good man. You get swayed by these people.
So if he get out when he's 90, he might die in jail, though.
Yeah, he could. You gonna go visit him?
I feel bad for him. How you go from a mansion to a 8x8 cell, you know?
He just did it. Do the wrong thing. The wrong thing with women.
There's no, I mean, the commode's right there out there in front.
What are you supposed to do?
Get him a curtain or something.
Why? Who even cares then? Smoking Jim Frazier. You ran right off the reservation there.
Nobody wants to spy on Bill Cosby.
Why not? Hey, hey, hey. We'll do a little hey, hey, hey. It's Fat Albert time.
That's true.
All those funny things. Hey, those were the days, buddy. It's all over. Terrible.
I feel bad for him, man.
Oh, maybe we can pray for him.
That's all we can do. That's
Yeah.
all we can do.
No, it's terrible, buddy.
Hey, just tell the people a little bit about your dad's friend, Coach Carmack, who's going into the
Great
Hall of
coach.
Fame, unanimously voted in.
Get out. How many voted?
Only one vote counts, brother. Don't matter how much is in that hat. Ain't but one person do the counting on the votes, brother.
I congratulated him on his getting inducted there. Great coach at Langley. Had a lot of great players over the years.
Did he coach baseball too, or just basketball?
I don't know. I think he may have coached some baseball
Okay.
over the time, but
Okay.
great athlete himself. He still competes for gold medals in the senior circuit.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Still has his mind about him. He can tell stories. We're going to have him back on Pittsburgh Sportsline.
I can't wait.
We'll have to have him back on. He goes, "You guys still doing that show?" I said, 7 years. So we'll have to get him back on. I had a nice conversation with him. I explained to him that you have a text-only phone.
He did call me. That'd be a nice voicemail message.
I know. He's a class act. He's a good guy. He's dealt with a lot of guys like yourself over the years. He's a smart guy, very diplomatic guy, and a good guy.
I'm going to call him tomorrow.
There ain't no way. You call him tonight. If he's still up, give him a call. But no, he's a great guy. My dad and him were best friends. Could tell stories left and right. Basketball games, football games, you name it, they watched it. Yeah, they could tell you players. They saw kids develop over the years, become great players, and go on to college. He helped a lot of kids and people get to college too. So
That's great.
yeah, just a good guy in the community at a little school like Langley. Who would figure that?
Thanks for introducing me to Coach.
Yeah, I'm glad I did. No doubt. Thanks to you for getting him in there, buddy. Even if you were the only vote and the only one that counts, that's the main thing. But yeah, it should be a good night. When is that? November?
Saturday, November 3rd at the Marriott Center City, right across from the PPG Arena. We expect 700 people this year.
Wow. Who's parking the cars? You got anybody parking the cars for you in that line?
That's on the Hill District. So if anybody's valet parking, brother, you may not have a car when you get back.
They got a huge parking garage. The parking garage is right part of the facility.
I'm going to park inside, in the garage.
Definitely. You might have to spend $10.
Is that what it's going to cost?
I don't
I
know.
might have to go across the street to the Civic Arena.
Get on.
Park there.
PPG paints.
Well,
You think?
might have to.
I don't know about
Save
that.
me $10 a month.
You'll get somebody to drop you off. Somebody could drop you off. Any entertainment for that night, or what's going on?
Got somebody singing the national anthem, and so we had somebody on the committee question that because they thought maybe somebody would take a knee. We said nobody's going to take a knee
Really?
at the anthem. Yeah. So
Wow. Or are they protesting social injustice? They
I
could.
don't know what they're doing, but we've never had any. We sing the national anthem every year, and so we're going to do that. Food's going to be great.
What are you eating?
We're going to. I'm sure it'll be some kind of chicken.
No steak.
I hope I missed out on my prime rib because my car broke down, so I'm due for some
I
prime
know.
rib, brother.
You're overdue on prime rib.
Although I go to the casino for the buffet on Fridays, just for
Where
the
at?
prime rib. Man, they've been cutting this thinner and thinner at the Rivers.
Get
They
on.
used to give me a couple slices, man, but that's all I do. I come up there, brother.
Well, a buffet, you could go 3-4 times. 5
yeah,
times.
but they make me keep coming back, man. They give me a thin slice of prime rib.
You're kidding.
New guy, I got to keep coming back because that's
When
the
am
only
I
thing
getting
I
a
eat.
call to go with you? What the heck?
Anytime on Friday, man, I'll go, brother. It's worth that $19, man, because the prime rib dinner is $150, man. So I'm getting
Really? $19.
$19. I'm back there, man.
Go twice.
Well,
3 times.
Well, I do better.
What do you do?
I take 2 plates.
2 plates.
Yeah. He cutting this thin, brother. I said, man, he should have been a barber.
Come on. Maybe he is a barber.
But some guys give me a good little thick piece, you know.
Do they?
Yeah. But that's the only thing I eat. I don't even know anything else they got. It's a beautiful place, but
At the
I'm
rivers.
just there for the prime rib, man. I go back about 10 times.
You go upstairs and go eat up there.
Yeah. Yeah. The line was long the other day ago.
Really?
Man. Yeah.
Wonder why.
I don't know. Everybody, they had something. Oh, they had half off special. I didn't know that till I went up there. Yeah.
Half off?
Half off.
How come?
It was just for like a week or 2.
Wow.
So I'm like, man, the line's never been this long, you know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get, they might close if I can get my full 10 plates.
Wow. You could follow Smoking Jim at the Rivers Casino.
On Fridays.
Only on Fridays. Unbelievable.
When Gateway plays away.
Unbelievable. You were supposed to go to Ringgold.
I started to go out there, man.
I told Skeets I want to bet. I bet Skeets that you wouldn't be there.
Oh, so you want? Oh,
I don't know what I want.
Nobody reminded me.
He tried texting you and everything.
Did he?
He tried messaging you on Facebook.
But he didn't give me no.
Yeah, he messaged you coming out for the game.
I missed it. I must have missed it.
You missed all kind of things. I put boxing on your page. You never even said thank you.
I didn't see it.
It's on your main page.
I gotta see it. I didn't see it. I
Yeah,
want to
the
see
Bronson
that fight.
House fights are on there.
Wow.
I put them up.
Well, I can say one thing. One of the people, you know, I told you before, there's hundreds and hundreds of people who never get the City League Hall of Fame
Yeah.
that people say are deserving. And one guy's named Pierre Carr. He's a 2-time state 100-meter dash champion from Peabody, and everybody's, when are you putting Pierre Carr in? Pierre Carr, if anybody knows Pierre Carr, maybe the fastest guy in City League history, state champion. You'll never get into the City League Hall of Fame as long as I'm on the committee because you grew up in Clairton, and everybody know I don't like Clairton, so anybody that grows up in Clairton will never get in, so quit asking me. Pierre Carr never gets into the City League Hall of Fame. Enjoy your family in Clairton.
Smoking Jim Frazier, you are one of the most prejudiced and stubborn guys that I've
I
met.
got to be honest. Quit asking me about Pierre
Unbelievable.
Carr.
Well, we got to at least give a shout out to the Penguins in the preseason games. They'll be starting their season next week.
Go Ovi! Ovi!
No, it's Pittsburgh Penguins.
Ovi's my favorite.
Yeah, but that's Washington. That's like a swear word to Pittsburgh Penguin
Why?
fans.
He's a great player.
No, they hate him. I don't like them either.
You don't like Ovi?
No, you can have them.
Thank you. World champ.
Get away from me with that
We're
Ovi.
going to win it again this year.
I don't think so. They got rid of their coach. You didn't even know that. They fired their coach. Got rid of him.
Wow, he wanted more money.
He didn't want that much. They had a deal for him, said he could get 10% increase if he won back-to-back. He wanted more.
He drank enough out of the cup.
He didn't drink anything. Ovi's been drinking out of that cup. Well, I want to thank all of you for watching our show. We're about 22 seconds to go. It's been a pleasure with Smoking Jim Frazier and some of his stories. Don't start gambling. Do not start gambling. But thanks for watching us. Thanks to Dave Cable. Thanks to Devin Shay. Thanks to Zach Taylor. And I end each show with Stay Joey Strong.